Adventure Kids, I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying the sunshine. I hope that you've got outside and you've managed to play in it. I'm really jealous of everyone who's got a paddling pool right now. Who've got your paddling pool, I'm very jealous. I would love one of them right now. This week we are learning about David and Goliath. Now you might remember we've done this story before, but I think it's a great one. There's a video down in the description bar of the story. It's quite a long one this week, but I think it's a really good one. But if you don't want to watch that, don't worry. As always, I'm going to read the story to you. So let's go. David and his song. When he was very little, David liked to throw stones. When he was bigger, he learned to throw them with a sling. He was good at throwing. He could hit what he wanted. At night, his mother told him about God. She taught him to say thank you prayers to God for everything he had and for all the things he could do. When David was a bit older, his job was looking after the sheep. He threw stones to scare away the wild animals. David was never scared. He sang thank you songs to God for everything he had and all the things he could do. One day, David went to visit his big brothers. They were soldiers. They were fighting fierce enemies. One was a giant. Oh my goodness, look how big he is. He wore shiny battle clothes and had a big spear. I am Goliath, he roared. If anyone can beat me, then my army will go away. Who dares try? I dare, said David. But David believed that God was always with him and would help him win. Look how little David is compared to big Goliath. Oh my goodness. You're too little, said his brothers. You're too little, said his king. But I can fight lions and bears and wolves. And I know God is with me, said David. Take care, they warned. David went out. David picked up 5 stones. How dare you fight me like that, said the giant. I dare because God is with me, said David. He put his stone in a sling, he swung it, and he threw, and the giant fell. David grew up to be the next king of his people. He still sang thank you songs to God for everything he had and for everything he could do. Dear God, you are my shepherd. You give me all I need, my food, my drink, a place to rest. Yes, you are good indeed. When all the world seems gloomy and scary things are near, you always take care of me and I so need not fear. You've given me so many things and everyone can see the special loving kindness you always show to me. Wowee. So I'm going to hand over to Rachel and she's going to run through some really fun activities that we can do about the story of David and Goliath.
Hi Adventure Kids! So today I'm going to talk to you about some activities that you can do to support today's story about David and Goliath and the fact that God can help me do great things. So first of all, I thought you might like to make a little pouch like what David kept his stones in before he put them in the slingshot. And so it's going to end up, hopefully, looking like this. And you will need today some paper, perhaps some stiff paper. Your mum and dad might let you cut up a cardboard box. And you will need some tape, and you will need some string, and you will need a pair of scissors, of course. So the easiest way to make the little pouch is just to take the paper and fold it in half, like this. So you've got half a piece of paper, and then if you take the edges, and you might need Mummy and Daddy to help you with this, and just fold the edges in either side, like that. So it looks like this now. And then you get the tape, and you tape those pieces down. And then you cut yourself a piece of string and then you tape the string on. And then you might like to get Mum and your Daddy to write something on there for you. Something like, God helps me to do great things, or God is my strength. And then you want to find 5 round things, perhaps some stones from the garden. I found 5 buttons. Your mum might have some buttons she can give you, and you can put them in your little pouch like David did with his stones. And perhaps you might like to draw something or colour it in. And there you go, that should remind you of today's story. Some other things you might like to try is, you remember that song, My God Is So Big, and it's got actions with it as well? Then perhaps you might like to get Mum and Dad to have a look on YouTube for that, and you could sing along with that. Also, you might like to try and reenact the story. So if you had some teddies, perhaps a big teddy for Goliath, and then perhaps a little teddy for David, and you could reenact the battle that they had with each other. So that's all I've got for you today, and I'll hand back to Katie. Bye.
Thanks, Rachel. So as always, we've got our 3 key points. But I thought it might help us, like Rachel suggested, to get some little helpers, just to help us demonstrate the story. So I have got David, and I've got Goliath. And can you see how tiny is David compared to Goliath? Well, the amazing thing about the story is our point number 1. God is able to help us to do big things. Nobody believed that tiny little David was be able to beat big old Goliath, but he did. And he did that because God was with him. Point number 2. David trusted in God, and so he was not afraid. David was really small, and most people were really frightened of Goliath, but not David. David said, no, I know my God is with me, so I am not afraid. Point number 3, we can trust God to fight the giants in our life. Now you might be thinking, Katie, there is not a giant in my life. And I know it's a bit funny saying giant, but what I mean is things that we find really scary. So for you, that might be, you might be scared of the dark, or you might be scared, maybe some of you are starting school in September and that's really scary for you. The thing is, we don't have to be afraid, because even though some things are really scary, we know that God is with us and He is going to help us through. So when we're scared, we can just say, Jesus, help me, I'm really scared. And we get comfort, and we know that He's going to be with us and He's going to help us to overcome. Like David managed to overcome the giant of Goliath. He managed to throw that stone, didn't he? And it knocked Goliath away. Well, we are able to fight the giants in our life. Now, Rachel mentioned a song that we sometimes sing at Adventure Kids, and I thought I'd just remind you of the actions, because I know you all know the actions, but sometimes it's really easy to forget, isn't it? So the song, it goes, my God is so big, and you stretch your arms as wide as you can. My God is so big. My God is so strong. I'm so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. And then it goes, the mountains are His, the rivers are His, the stars are His handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do. Now, I want you to go and grab your grown-up, and I want you to teach them that song, because they need to know too. Maybe they don't know. Well, you've got to let them know. Right, so last thing, we are going to pray. We're going to say thank you to God, and we're going to say, please help us when we're scared. So you want to bow your heads, close your eyes, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Dear God, thank you that you're so big, you're so strong, and you're so mighty that there's nothing you can't do. Thank you that you're able to do great things. Help us to ask for your help. Thank you that you love and care for us. Amen. Amen. Right, so I miss you all so much that I thought it would be an amazing idea if I got to see you, and if you got to see each other, because I'm sure you're all missing your friends. So what I would love from you guys is just a short little video clip of us saying hi, and then we could all see them. So we're going to email out to you all, but if you'd like to send a video to feature in one of these so that everyone who watches it can see, then just email us in and we will put you into the video. How cool would that be? So all you need to do is just do a little video clip of you saying hello everybody, or hi Adventure Kids, or whatever you'd like to say. Maybe you could tell a joke or say a prayer, whatever you'd like to do, we would love to see you. So Grown-ups, look out for that email and we will send you all the details you need. Right, that's all from us this week, Adventure Kids. I hope you have an amazing week and enjoy the sunshine, and I can't wait to see you all soon. Bye!